All right, Shalom. This is Brother Yahawashi coming back again with another lesson. Okay, giving all praises to Yahawah by Shem Yahawashi, by Shem Barak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect brethren teaching and pushing this word in sincerity and truth. And in this video, it's going to be a video going into the mark of the beast and how this whole transhumanism movement, how transhumanism and the mark of the beast, they all are interconnected basically. So Lord willing, this will be an edifying video, and let's get right into it. Right, so for those who don't know what the mark of the beast is, it is the RFID microchip. Okay, RFID microchip just means radio frequency, RFID, radio frequency identification. Okay, so this little chip that they'll put, that these elites want to put underneath your skin, okay, is going to be, that's what they're going to use to track you, right? To track you, to put all your digital funds on there, just like you have a credit card and you have a bank, you have digital funds on there. That's what you're going to use to buy and sell. They're going to be able to track you with that. They're going to be able to measure your biochemistry, right? All the things that's going on in your body, right? And amongst other, miracles, as you would say. Okay, miracles. And when I say miracles, I mean that in a negative way. Okay, is miracles really to deceive you, right? So let's just get into the scripture that established what this mark is. And this is a very important prophecy because this is really what's gonna this is the final, that's the final test when they implement, okay, that mark forcefully, right? When they do it by force, is either you take this chip or you die. Okay, so this is Revelations chapter 13 and verse 16. All right, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, okay, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, so receiving this mark in their right hand, right in their hand or in their forehead, and there's there's these different RFID microchips that they already have people getting it in their hand. They already have people getting it in their forehead. So that prophecy is already coming to pass. But this is on a small scale. Is really going to be what we're waiting and hope. We're waiting for it to be mandatory. So we can get the hell up out of here, man. But it says a mark. Now we're gonna get that word for mark, because one thing, and we learned this from our elders, is that you have to go into the words to understand what these different words mean. Because in English you can have the same word, but they have different. You can have the same word, but they have multiple meanings, right? And there may be different words from the language that's translated in, but when you translate it into English, it basically simplifies it, and hopefully that makes sense, right? In terms of how translation goes. But the word there in Greek is charagma, okay? Charagma, which means a stamp, an imprinted mark, a mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist. It says the mark branded upon horses, in which they started to do this on animals, so that they were advertising it as, oh, If you lose your animal, if you lose your pet, you don't have to worry about not knowing where he's at. So that's how you know that there's going to be GPS in here tracking you, right? It says thing carved, okay, sculpture, graven work. Now when it says thing carved, right, that's that RFID microchip, because they actually take it and they carve out a little divot. They make an incision and carved into your skin, and then they insert that in there. But it has to be carved into there. Okay, so that's that thing carved, the RFID microchip. Now you go into that word harax, okay, that goes into pale or stake, a palisade, right? When you look up a palisade, it's a sharp instrument used for that you would put in the earth, okay, and they use a hollow syringe, right, which is a sharp, it's a palisade, basically, and they use that to insert the chip into your hand. Okay, so with that also goes into this word here, okay, grapho, okay, which means to write with reference to the form of letters, to delineate or form letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other material, to write with reference to contents of the writing, to express in written characters, to commit to writing. All right, things not to be forgotten, write down, record, right? So with that being said, on these RFID microchips, there will be all your information on there, right? Not only there'll be all your information on there, your social security number, your your birth certificate. They can make that digital, or any other number that you need. All right, all the materials that you need in order to get by in this society that'll be on that chip, right? So that's what the grapho is going into. Thing written, right? It says write down, record, right? So your records will be on that microchip. So that's one of the ways that they're gonna push this as being convenient, which is that lion sign, their deceivableness and lion signs and wonders, right? And let me get that scripture, and I'm gonna come back here. So this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, right? Chapter 2. We're gonna start at that's chapter 1. Chapter 2. We're gonna start at for the mystery enigma. That's all really work. Okay, right? It says, and we're in this time right here. I'm going to start at 2 Thessalonians 2, and I'm going to start at verse 8. It says, and then shall the wicked be revealed. Who's the wicked? Esau, Edom, according to Malachi 1 and 4. Okay? Whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, right? Which that's happening through the prophets. Okay, he's being beat down through this word, because this word is sharper than any two-edged sword. Okay, just as it says in Hebrews, the 4th chapter. And of his mouth, with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Meaning when Yahawashi comes back on those chariots, okay, with that power and great glory. Okay, it says even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, right? So Esau comes they have the spiritual demon Satan working with them on the left hand side, right? And when you look up that word Satan, let's get it. It's a Satanas. It says adversary, one who opposes in purpose or act, right? Because Esau he's our adversary, okay? he's the adversary of the men of the Lord, and he's the adversary of the Most High, because he opposes the Most High in he opposes everything that's the Most High. Okay, that's Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi. It says a name given to the prince of evil spirits, the inveterate adversary of the Most High, and Hamashiach. So yeah, there's a spiritual demon, Satan, but then there's his physical counterpart, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Let me see. Right here, down here at the bottom, where it says B, a Satan-like man. So hey, he's coming, in that spirit of Satan, right? He's in opposition to the Most High, right? Which is why, Salaki, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'll get to that. It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. So this convenience of scanning, you can scanning your hand, all right, to enter into a building, all right, to get into your car so no one steals your car, or using other devices, okay, that's going to be like a miracle. That's going to be a miracle, right? Let me see here. The word for signs is Simeon. It says a sign, a mark, a token, that by which a person or thing is distinguished from others, and is known. A sign, prodigy, portent, an unusual occurrence, transcending the common course of nature, right? So with some of these chips, they say, oh, you can insert a chip into your brain and you can instantly become more intelligent, memorize all these facts with the brain chip, or cure tumors in the brain with these chips. They're gonna bring it that way, and that's gonna be a part of their deception, right? So it says, right? It says lying. It says lying wonders, right? Let's get that word wonders. Same thing. A prodigy, portent, miracle performed by anyone, right? So these are miracles, but for the sake of deceiving people, right? For the sake of deceiving, for deceiving 2/3 of our nation, which is the nation of Israel. You are Native Americans, Latinos, and American Indians, okay, and anyone else, who who's gonna be here when this happens in America, which is Babylon the Great. So this, we get that word lying. Pseudos, right? Pseudos. That makes me think of that term, pseudoscience, false science. It says a lie, conscious and international falsehood, intentional falsehood, right? So these miracles are going to be intentional to deceive you to take that chip. And if you take that chip, you're going to die, okay? And I have to say this, or the blood will be on my hands, just as it says in Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, okay, because if you take this chip, you're gonna die, just as it said, and I'm gonna get that. It says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, right? Which the truth, that's really for the Israelites. So this is talking about the 2/3, okay, that they might be saved, all right. And we know salvation, okay, is for the nation of Israel, and at this time is for the elect, okay, it's for the elect. Right, and then just as Romans 11 says, all Israel shall be saved with the everlasting salvation. The 2/3 they'll be saved from their sins in the kingdom, right? when their spirit is dwelling in those righteous bodies. Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna go back here to Revelations, the 13th chapter, and we're gonna go. Slakia, that's chapter 1. Revelations, the 13th chapter. We're going to go to verse 17. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, right? Just as I mentioned, you won't be able to buy or sell. They're going to take out they're going to take away the debit cards, and they're going to keep everything, they're going to make everything digital. All the currency is going to be digital, so cash will be obsolete. Right, we can already see that happening in different things that's going on today. It says, Salakia, I'll read that again. Revelation 13 and 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Right? Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, which is 6, and it is the number, and his number is 600, 60. 60 meaning 60. A score is 20. Okay, 60. So 66. 666. So 666. And they have this on the look it up real quick. Really, that number is on the barcode, which is what you get a barcode when you buy and sell things, right? So they already had that system set up for this mark of the beast to be pushed. So we look up here, 666 bar code. Check the time. Right, because when you count the barcode, it adds up to 666, which is what they use to scan food items, any product, man, any product that you buy in these stores, you buy online. That's what they use. The 2 bar, you got and it's usually 2 bars that add up to a 6. You got 2 bars. 2 bars at the end, 2 bars in the middle, and 2 bars at the other end. That makes 6. And then you got the numbers in between that add up to 6. All right. But let me go back here. This is and this is why this is why you shouldn't take this chip, for, and Lord willing, this is getting to the elect, because that's who it's all about. Those elect brethren and sisters who haven't received this knowledge yet. So this is Revelation. We're gonna go to the 14th chapter. We're gonna go to 7, because now we're gonna see what happens if you take that chip. All right, because if you take that chip, you're gonna die. Okay, you're gonna die. So let me see here. 14 and 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, okay, and the beast is Esau's his power structure, okay, right, his whole system and setup, right. So if you worship his whole setup and his ways, how everything how he wants to run things, right? Basically, hey, you're gonna take the chip. Right? Because you're with his whole system. You're with the way he's running society. Okay. It says, and his image, which comes from the image of the beast, comes from the Roman, the ancient Roman Empire, because America is set up the same way as the Roman Empire. That's why you have the Democrats and the Republicans. Okay, that goes back to the plebeians and the patricians. Okay, those two opposing parties, and the fact that America elects. Okay, it's basically it elects its king. It elects their judges, their rulers. Okay, same thing with ancient Rome and Greece. Okay, so it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark, okay, you go back into that. That's the charagma, so that microchip in his forehead or in his right hand, Salakia, in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High. Okay, so you're gonna get the wrath from Yahawah Yahawashi inflicted upon you, man, which is poured out without mixture, right? Hey, straight no chaser, man. You're gonna get the whole thing pure, okay? It says, into the cup of his indignation, which is indignation goes into anger, okay, righteous anger, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. All right, and the Lamb we know is Yahawashi, okay, the Savior, the Son of the Most High. So, with that being said, you know, don't take the chip. You know, this is why we have to warn you, because if you take the chip and you suffer this, or you die, because if you take the chip, if we didn't warn you about it, the blood would be on our hands. Okay, so that being said, I also have a article that I wanted to read. You know, going into transhumanism, because Esau is going to try to Esau. He's carnal, so he's going to try to do just as we read. We went into that word Satan, Satanas, okay, in the Greek, meaning a Satan-like man, one who opposes the Most High. The Most High is going to give the nation of Israel, you know, those glorified bodies. Okay, they're going to, glorified bodies. You know, where you have spiritual power, right? And that's going to be starting with the elect. But this is what Esau wants to do, okay? Physically, carnally, right? The Lord is going to do it spiritually, but they're trying to do this carnally, okay? So this is just a transhumanism, right? It says transhumanism is an international philosophical movement that advocates for the transformation of human condition by developing and making widely available sophisticated technologies to greatly enhance human intellect or physiology, right? And I believe the brother in Mississippi, the brother Kazak, a while back, maybe a couple months ago, did a video on how Google has the brain chip, where you can insert the chip into your brain and know all these random facts, become intelligent, just like I said earlier in the video, right? Become more intelligent. It says physiology, and I gave some examples of healing the body with this microchip. Okay, it says